Good Monday morning, everyone. I hope you had a fun and safe weekend. I try not to bring talk of COVID-19 into my morning weather reports, but this was just too good. I had to share it. This photo was taken over the weekend. Perhaps you missed it, but over the weekend, our Premier, Stephen McNeil, mentioned that people should stay the blazes home in his effort to get the message across. Apparently, the eagles behind the church in Port Williams, Nova Scotia, have caught on to that message. They're telling us to stay the blazes home. Phil Vogler snapped this photo of those eagles in Port Williams. Thank you for sharing, Phil. A beautiful start to the day through some parts of the Maritime provinces, and it will end fairly nicely as a cold front is pushing through. Let's have a look. Temperatures are comfortable right now. It's damp and there's a little bit of moisture coming through, but right now it's near or above freezing for much of Newfoundland, just below for you in St. Anthony, but 2 degrees to start the day in Stephenville. Temperatures are quite pleasant in Nova Scotia. It was overcast overnight. We're getting a little bit of wet snow or rain at times, depending on where you are. There's some snow being reported right now in Port Hawkesbury. The sun shining, though, in Fredericton on the other side of the frontal line. The wind tells part of the story. As the front pushes through, the wind comes around to the northwest. That's where it is in Edmundston and Fredericton. Pretty stiff wind. It's a little chilly at times, but the sun is nice behind the line. The wind is still from the southwest in Halifax. It's just come around to the northwest in Yarmouth. So that's where the frontal line sits right now, with southwesterly circulation ahead of it, and the wind is just turning to the west for you across the island. Newfoundland, it's breezy on the leading edge of the system. The actual area of low pressure is headed for the northern peninsula. There's some snow on the backside of that system for you in Labrador City, just a few centimeters through the day today, but a southwesterly circulation will build ahead of the front, and then that wind will flip around to the west later today for you in Newfoundland. Here's a look at the moisture. It's a system that's moving through rather quickly. There's not a great deal of rain or snow on the system right now. As I mentioned, a little bit of snow in Port Hawkesbury, some rain showers in Halifax, but some sunshine as you move back to the western side of the system. There's the current position, a little bit of snow along the west coast as well. Again, the energy is a little bit more intense close to the area of low, so you could see a few centimeters of snow through parts of Newfoundland before that front pushes through. Here's a look at the big picture. There's the center of low. There is a warm front with it, and that's why our temperatures have been quite comfortable through the overnight and morning hours. Then the trailing cold front, and that circulation certainly shows how there is a wind direction change behind this frontal line. So this is one of a few systems that I'm watching over the next few days. We're going to have a look with our 3 things you need to know. Number 1 is that frontal line that's pushing through right now. It's a mix of showers and flurries for the Maritime provinces. For you in Newfoundland, there could be 3 to 5 centimeters of snow, central and western regions of the island, and up through Labrador as well, 3 to 5 centimeters of snow for southern regions of Labrador. The next system coming in is going to move through rather quickly and not bring a lot of weather to the Maritime provinces. Again, a little mix of showers or flurries at about noontime on Wednesday. That'll intensify a little bit. The rain showers will along the Atlantic coast of Nova Scotia. The system, though, becomes a little more well-defined as it reaches Newfoundland, so we'll stop that there. Thursday morning, you could see a few centimeters of snow, especially over the southeast regions of the island. Pretty fair north and west. Then that low pressure system pulls away, and the next area of low is going to be much more intense. It could develop into somewhat of a storm for you, mostly in New Brunswick. 10 to 15 centimeters of snow, Fredericton, Woodstock, 10 or so for northern regions of New Brunswick. The rest of us will see a sloppy mix, a few centimeters of snow to rain back to snow. So this is 7 p.m. on Thursday. It intensifies overnight and then starts to kick towards Newfoundland. So here we are at noon on Friday. As you can see, there's not been a change over to rain in New Brunswick, and that's why the snow totals will be fairly high. Some mixing in Nova Scotia, and then for Newfoundland, there could be 5 to 7 centimeters of snow. But for you as well, there is going to be a changeover with warmer air flooding up on the backside of the system. Things clear out on Saturday. Right now, Easter Sunday looks pretty fair. Some rain moving in towards the end of the day. I'll have a closer look at your entire Easter weekend forecast this afternoon. In the meantime, enjoy your Monday.